Hey football players, today I'm going to give you some great defensive, I thought that was a B for a second, defensive line workouts that you can use to become extremely powerful and to be able to block all those offensive line players who are trying to knock you over. So let's just get down to it. So number one, when you are on the defensive line, what you're going to be using a lot of is your lower body, but also what else are you going to be working on? What else are you going to be needing to use? You're going to be needing to use your lower back. That's going to be a lot of strength. Why do I say that? Because when you're on the defensive line and you come up to try and block, what are you trying to do? You've got that lower back coming up. That needs to be super strong. Next is going to be your shoulders. So that's what we're going to be working on today. Shoulders, lower back, and legs. So number one, when you're at home, these are all at-home workouts that you can do. You don't necessarily need to be in a gym, but you will need a little bit of a weight later on. So number one, if you're younger, squats, very simple. Lunges, very simple. And to do a lunge and a squat properly, what you want to do is look forward, have your shoulders back. When you go down, have your knees behind your toes. That way you're not causing any injuries or overuse strain injuries on your knees. For the lunge, what you need to do, take a step forward, and then this knee cannot go up in front of that toe, looking forward, and then back up. The back knee should only get about an inch from the ground. You don't want that back knee to touch that ground because there's a few different issues that you could have there in the future. And then to build on the squat and the lunge, you can do the squat jump, which again is very simple. You go down into a squat and then you jump up as high as you can. And you would do that in 10 or 15 reps. Take a 30-second break, do another 10 to 15, take another 30-second rest, and do it one more time for a total of anywhere from 30 to 45 squat jumps in the day. If you find that you start finding that that's too easy to do, what you want to do is maybe extend it a little bit more. Maybe doing 4 sets of 10 to 15, or you could do 3 sets of 20 or 3 sets of 25, and you can keep on building your way up. Then for the lunges, you can go down into your lunge and jump up, or you can go down into that lunge, jump up into a squat jump. There's so many things that you can add on. And then for knee stability, what you can do, you can have a line down the middle. You can have an agility ladder that I've got made up here, or you can just have maybe a couple of bricks in the middle to give you a little bit more of elevation that you would need. And what we're going to do here is, they're called hockey slides, but they're great for all different sports, especially for football, and that's what we're going to be obviously working on today. And what a hockey slide is you'll be on one leg, you're going to jump over, cross that leg, and over again. And then once you get used to doing that, you can start getting lower and lower and faster. So you can get really low, and you can keep on jumping back and forth, trying to stay on those toes. Now I'm going to show you, we're going to go back to the legs a little bit later, but I'm going to show you the shoulders right now. So you can get 1 or 2 weights. This is 20 pounds. And with 2 weights, you would do it with both arms. With 1, you're only going to do it with 1, and that's going to work a little bit of your core as well. So what we're going to do here with 1 weight is feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, shoulders back. You're going to raise this up to your shoulder height and back down. You're going to do that 10 times with one arm, then you're going to switch over and do it with 10 times with the other arm. If you're doing it with only 1 weight, this will work your core. You want to try and keep your body straight up. Then, same thing, but forwards. And again, really works that core when you're only doing 1 at a time. And then obviously whatever you do with one side, you would do the exact same with the other. And that's going to really work your arms, your shoulders, your core, and then you can get into the deadlifts. So with a deadlift, Your knees are going to be slightly bent. You're going to be moving or rotating at the hips down, keeping your shoulders back and back up, or bending over with your shoulders, keeping them above your toes and back up. And you'll be rotating with the hips. Now this one is a bit dangerous if you don't rotate at the hips and you only rotate at the back. That is going to be the biggest mistake that you could make, so make sure you rotate at the hips. Now, going back to the legs, if you have one of those weights like I've got where you can remove a bit of the weight, this is 7.5 pounds. What we're going to do, this is going to be a bit for stability as well. You're going to hold on to that weight, you're going to go into your lunge and lift that up at the exact same time. Come back up, switch hands, do the exact same on that side. This is going to help your core and also your lower body as well. Now this next one, you can get a towel or you can get a basketball. I just so happen to have a basketball because I'll be recording basketball videos for my other channel, Basketball Coach Alan. But we're going to get into a wall sit, have our knees 90 degrees, and have that ball between our legs, squishing that ball in. Now what we're going to be doing here is really working that middle muscle on that leg. This gives a lot of stability for your knee, and what it's also going to do for you is really work on the stability for your knees. This is huge for anyone who's had an ACL injury like myself, or an ACL tear like myself as well. Anyways, this is a great workout to do. And of course, remembering that with the wall sits, you want to have your shoulders back against the wall. I'll see you guys again next time. I hope that you've enjoyed. Hit that like button and subscribe.